All right. Good morning, everybody. It's, let's see, 9:55 here on the West Coast. A little bit later where we are currently in San Luis Valley in Colorado. So hang on just a second, we're going to turn the batteries on. There's going to be a slight pause. While we're waiting on that, let me show you what we're up to here. He says, there we go. All right, oh, there we go.
Oral warning, okay.
Let's see.
Stall. Stall.
That's very simple.
High speed.
Flight from Colorado to the Grand
High
Canyon
speed.
National
Pull up.
Park.
Terrain. Terrain. Pull
Grand
up.
Canyon National
Pull
Park.
up.
Runways.
Terrain
9,000 feet of
system
good
test
asphalt.
okay.
So that sounds good to me.
Oil pressure low. Generators off.
It's pretty much all
Hydraulics fail.
VFR. 340 nautical miles with a 6-knot headwind. We'll be there in 55 minutes. It's as simple as anything. I'm going to take flight level 220 today. There's higher winds aloft going the wrong way, so we're going to go ahead and fly just a little bit lower than usual. Should be able to keep ground speed close to 400 knots, I would think. But we'll see how it goes. KLS departures today. Should be able to depart runway 20. And we're currently sitting on the pad. We're going to just take a left out of here. Let's see. 90, 110, 210. Alright, so F8, close that down. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's get our startup procedures. Let's get rolling. Alternator active. Engine start. Alright. Starter's good, temperature's coming down. Starter off, avionics master, beacon nav strobe, and taxi lights up and running. Cabin pressure on. Cockpit fans to medium, flaps 2 notches. Altimeter set for our cruising altitude of flight level 220. I'll check our fuel, but I think we're pretty happy here. 136 fuel load, 540. 220. Okay. Set VS to 2500. And we'll set the speedo to 250 until we get established. Heading to waypoint 1 is going to be 238 magnetic. I'm just going to use this heading selector because it's a pain in the butt. Two, 3, 8. Ah, no whammies. All right. And course also. Oh, fine, whatever. 238. Good enough. All right, let's see. Check VOR to first destination. RSK 115.3 on the nav. 15.3. CDI VOR1. Oh, I've lost one of my plug that back in. There we go. Thank you very much. .3 on the nav. That looks good. And we'll set Barrow for KALS. Barrow's 30.36. Good deal. Alright, real quick, let's plug in the flight plan. And it is not too difficult. FMS push cursor R S K. Rattlesnake in Farmington. Enter. Altitude should be 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. Next. T, B, C, Tuba City. And then G, C, and Grand Canyon. And then the last one is K, GCN. K, G, C, N. Sweet. Now I think we want to be down 9,000 on that one. And we want to be Tuba City. I think we should actually still be at Tuba City. I love it. 22000. Oh hell. All right. We're rolling. All right. Park and break off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Phenom 100, November 5627 Echo Executive Transport. We're going to Grand Canyon National Park today. I have heard about the stale croissants, and I am sorry about those. We will try harder next time. As a way of saying we're sorry, please accept our complimentary beer and wine service for the next hour as we head to Grand Canyon. We're going to see some fantastic sights on our way. We're going to keep it at 22,000 so you can get a good look. We expect clear skies all the way for just a little bit of cloud cover about halfway through our roughly 1 hour trip from Colorado to Grand Canyon National Park. Right now we're preparing for the run-up and departure on runway 20. We're going to be headed off to the southwest before turning west-southwest for a mostly straight-line flight. From our perspective, it's going to be pretty boring and straight up here, which is just the way we like it. For you, we're going to see some great sights. We'll be sure to point those out to you on the way. We'll keep out the Rick Steves guidebook for you.
Approaching runway 20.
San Luis departure. This is November 5627 Echo Phenom 100, departing runway 20.
Entered runway 20, 8,400 feet remaining.
Alright, so we're going to be runway 20 and we're going to make a right-hand turn, just a very small right-hand turn to point out RSK heading 238 magnetic for 115 nautical miles. Best climb 2,500 feet per minute up to an altitude of 22,000 feet, flight level 220. Flaps are set, cabin is set. Ready to rock and roll. We have clearance to take off. 3 notches. 1, 2, 3, and we're rolling. V1 and rotate. Gear. Flaps, right hand turn. Keep that nose down. Established 235.
Engaging autopilot.
Autopilot engaged. Arm auto throttles, hold at 250. Auto throttles operating. Climbing out. Flight level 122. Still looking good. Let's boost it to auto throttle set now to 270. maxing the throttles out pretty hard doing this. Thank you, auto throttles. I have it. Right. N1 looks good. ITT is good. Indicated airspeed is good. Climb rate is good. Heading is good. Flight level 170. Stand by to cross transition altitude. Ground speed now 340 knots.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Copy. Transition altitude. Standard for barometric pressure, please. Continuing climb to flight level 220. VR1 is good. Crossing flight level 200. Climb is good. Speed is good. Heading is good. Engines are good. Cabin altitude is still good. Temperature's good. Everything's in the green. Little surge. Alright, slowing the climb, leveling at flight level 220. Alright, we have straightened up the flight at 220. and look outside. Looking good. That felt weird. It's a little bit of a blip. Co-pilot. Pilot. Cut that speed down just a smidge. Ground speed 371 knots. Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at where we're at, what we're up to. Alright, fly to RSK and then cut to Tuba City. RSK in 11 minutes. Looks like we'll be on the ground 11:03 local time, we'll call that 11:10 just to give a little bit of slot. Be real busy around Farmington. 40,000, 38,000, 9650, 37,000. 76, 47. Not a lot of people flying at 22 right now. Yeah. Right. Anybody else to be thinking about? Nope, not at the moment. We're really hauling the mail. Going fast. Current ground speed 356 knots. RSK to TBC estimated 37 minutes. It's Tuba City to GCN. Looks like another 8 minutes on top of that. And when we go from TBC to GCN, we're going to go ahead and descend, but we're going to stay at flight level 220 until we cross TBC. So. I don't want to say let's gun those throttles, but I want to give it a little bit more gas. Looks like we can hold it safely at 275. So. It's good. We still have VFR conditions for, I think visibility is 40 miles. There's definitely some weather up ahead here. These clouds look like they're going to be either above us or right about our level. We should still be able to see the ground just fine. Weather on the ground at Grand Canyon looks clear. Take a look at in-flight categories of VFR all the way. Winds aloft. It's pretty much all from the southwest, so we're flying into headwinds a little bit. Right now headwinds are 6 knots. We're flying over some lovely water here, but it's going to go right underneath us. I don't think our passengers are going to get to see much of a show. I got to dial that throttle back. We're heading into the red zone. Ground speed 395 knots, just about to touch 400, but not quite. Little turbulence. Let's see, surface winds look good. Ceiling 70. No big pyreps to speak of around this area right now. Convective, we're just going to exit the convective area. We're going to be on top of RSK in about 5 minutes, so we'll dial TBC. TBC is 113.5. DME 31.7 miles. Tuba City is dialing in at 189.3. 189 miles from here to Tuba City. Looks good, my friends. RSK in 4 minutes. Beautiful day. Miles to RSK. Next heading will be 246 magnetic. First line to 246. Standby heading. Ground speed 386 knots. All in the mail. Our revised ETA on the ground, 11:01. We're actually making good time, so we'll call that 11:05 at the gate. Maybe 11:10 because of approach. Slow down, etc., etc. 26 minutes. 246 magnetic to Tuba City. Speed's still good. 272. Across the VOR. 45 seconds, 5 miles. Alright, we're there. Heading 246. Switch, VOR 1. Alright, 24 minutes to Tuba City. So what do we want to do? Do we want to... $6,000. Do we want to go under or over these clouds? Because we're going to be punching right through them. Flight level 180. Alright. Alright, yes. Arm auto throttles. Yes, descent. 1500, altimeter 18,000. Descending to flight level 180. Let's see if we can get into the bottom of these clouds. Keep that speed down. 265. It's going to kill some of our ground speed, but we'll lose 2 knots of headwind on that, so hopefully that'll make up for some of it. Coming down, flight level 180. Recalculate time is 11:02 on the ground. That ain't too bad. Coming down slightly. Flying over America. Yeah, we gotta get underneath this, otherwise we're gonna be an IMC. Kind of soupy. IS 275. Take it on. Ground speed now 372 knots. We're surfing just underneath these clouds. I'd rather stay under the clouds than over them, though. I want to see the view. Okay, ground speed 383 knots. Let's take a look at our revised. We'll be at Tuba City in 19 minutes, and then it's another 7 minutes to Grand Canyon National. We have to get just a little bit lower. Bring it down to 17.5.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter. 3021.
This is the worst altitude, and I'm not gonna change my Vero yet. IS to 275. Get us back on speed, Scotty. TBC in 19 minutes. Tuba City. Well, we have time then. Let's start talking about descent procedures for approach. So KGCN, let's take a look at that real quick. KGCN, Grand Canyon National. Departure node, runway 03, so we're going to go back. So we'll do RNAV GPS, we'll take a look at CARMS happily. Let's go back and look at VOR runway 3. Hit at 8500, GCN VOR DME 8500, and then 016 for the landing. Am I getting that right? GCN down to elevation 6609. Six. Let's take a look at ILS. Loc I, GCN 108.9. We'll set that up now. 108.9. Dude, cool it auto throttles. I have it from here. Good lord. 349, okay. Still go to CARMS, 030, 9,000 feet at CARMS, 1089. Okay, you can live with that. Add that. That'll be my approach. We'll be right on the dot for Tuba City. 245. Just 1 degree, my friend. Just 1 degree. .271. Okay, Tuba City in 17 minutes, and we'll start our descent. Now, let's see. The leg is 44 nautical miles. If we stay at that speed, it's going to take us 7 minutes. I want to get down to 9,000 feet. Currently at 17.5, so we're going to have to drop about 9,000 feet in 7 minutes. So we can get away with doing 1,000, 1,200. Yeah, let's call it 1,200 feet a minute. 1,000's more pleasant. But going into the soup here. Just for a few seconds. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess this is more than a few seconds. Alright. Climb. IAS hold 265. Climb 1,500. Up we go.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Keeps up at the top of these clouds. We should be clear of this in about 3 or 4 minutes. Right.
Destination 8, this is 124.3.
124.3. Alright, 20,000. Okay, auto throttles, you need to stop. Twelve minutes. $278 1243. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look. Weather at Grand Canyon National Park. 240 at 8 knots, nothing surprising there. Visibility 10, broken at 9,500, broken at 11,000. So we're going to want to get down to 9,000 feet. Temperature 24, 75 degrees, 30, 34. Runways in use, 03. Runway 03, 21 right traffic. Runway 21. No. Okay. Well, never you mind then. I have no procedures for runway 21. Eight knot headwind coming in, so I don't know. You hit Tuba City, you just want to kind of approach 2-1 and see how it goes. What's the altitude? Elevation is 6,609, so 3,000 feet to get down. KGCN is close. I want to just do a VOR. We'll set up for course. Set up for course 210. Let me see if I get that right. Yeah, 210. Eight minutes to Tuba City. Oh, no. I get it. Yeah. This is the worst. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh. Hang on. Clear turbines here. Tuba City in 6 minutes. Looks like we'll have, looks like we can start our descent and have some clear skies all the way down. 9,000. Let's redo our approach a little bit. Okay, so Tuba City to GCN. First of all, we're going to remove CARBs from the route. We're also going to remove GCN from the route. We're going to come right into KGCN. Okay, so RSC to TBC, TBC to KGCN is 76 nautical miles. So if we want to be set up for a 10-mile final, 9,000 feet, then it's actually 65, no, sorry, that leg is 34 nautical miles. So 34 nautical miles to travel to be 10 miles away from the runway so we can line up. Okay. 34 nautical miles. We're doing right now 275. Let's assume ground speed will be 350 knots. So well, that's perfect because it's basically 35 nautical miles. To go, we do that 350 nautical miles per hour. We'll do 35 nautical miles in 1/10 of an hour, or 6 minutes. Does that sound right to you? Yeah, 6 minutes. So we have 6 minutes with that speed to get 35 nautical miles to line up for the approach. This means we need to descend 20,000 to 9,000. So descend 11,000 feet in 6 minutes. Does that sound right to you? Descend 11,000 feet in 6 minutes. Yeah, I think that sounds right. So that's coming down at a rate pretty close to 2,000 feet a minute. 2,000 feet a minute then. Turn. Heading 242. Try to pick Tuba City back up here real quick. Still going great guns on the throttle. IAS 270. Altitude 9,000. 16 miles to go. I'll go ahead and dial GCN 113.1. Yep, just as a timer. Over 10 miles out. We're not going to fly an ILS or anything like that. We're just going to fly visual. Here we go. 10 miles. And we will activate KGCN. Direct. Yep, doing 6 miles a minute at this point.
Grand Canyon National Park Information Program.
Oh hey.
1700 zero wind. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 10,000 per
Oh, no.
17, 3.7. Altitude of 303 grade.
Okay, so we are using runway 03. Alright, we're going to have to change up our approach a little bit, but that's fine. We'll stop looking at our active flight plan now. And we are going to use something slightly different. Stand by to cross Tuba City and head KGCN. We're going to start our approach. We're going to go to plates KGCN RNAV GPS runway 03. Carbs happily. Carbs at 9,000. Alright, we're crossed. Let's go. Auto throttle's on. $9,000 minus 2,000. Why did you crash? I do not know. Ramp GPS runway 03. 246. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our descent into the Grand Canyon National Park area. We expect to have you on the ground right at 11 a.m. local time. It's going to be another 6 minutes or so. So go ahead and finish up those drinks that you got. Maybe grab one less bag of pretzels. And we will have you on the ground shortly.
Transmission altitude. Nearest altimeter. 3034.
3034 for KGCN. Let's keep descending. Ground speed 349 knots. We are bang on time. Okay, now I need to make my actual approach plan now, though. So plate says close. KGCN. Plates. ILS localizer runway 03. Alright, we're going to go to cars at 9,000 and then take 030 for cars. Okay. Close. Maps. Stop it. Edit. Enter. Carnes is Snaplow. 238. Heading 238. Magnetic for cars. Ooh, there's that Grand Canyon. Ooh, dang. Yeah, that's pretty grand, all right. I like it. Okay, coming down to 9,000, still on the descent. 4 minutes and 13 seconds to Carms. At that point, we'll turn it around. We'll turn it to 03. Drop it down. Drop it down. Coming down, we're keeping that speed up. That is a pretty grand canyon, my friends. Let's see what it looks like here. They're like, oh, Grand Canyon. Not so Grand Canyon, but oh, grand. Very grand indeed. Carms 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Landing lights on. I think I've got the runway out there, 13 miles. KGCN just off the right-hand side. Yep, runway 03. Of course, going to be 03 magnetic. We might be going a little too fast. Actually, we're not. Go figure. Ground speed, 315 knots. Heading 230. Actually make it over to Carms the right way. Check 238 to Carms. Gonna track a little bit. Track a little bit left. 224. Alright, stand by. IAS down to 25240. Alright, let's bring that speed down. There it is. And we gotta... This thing's gonna have a wide turn radius, so we're gonna have to really crank it. So we're going on the reciprocal now, 210. At 4.3 miles. IS is good, 240. Red landing lights are on, we're getting prepped. Bring us down to 230. Speed down. .8 miles. Stand by for carbs. 230. Heading 220. Gear. $10 miles, my friends. Oh, frick. Auto throttle off. Keep coming. Keep coming. Bearing 031. We're going to be off target. ILS2, we are way off target. Taking a heading 045. Heading 055. Just pick it up there. ILS course, yeah, 030. Altitude down to 8,000 feet. Zero 030, heading 030. All right, Charles, bring it back to center line. Flaps down, autopilot disengaged. I have it. Whoa. Way, way, way high on the glide slope. Need to drop this baby. Like right now. I don't have any spoilers or anything. We're just gonna have to just drop out of the sky. Coming in pretty fast.
1 mile final runway 03. $500.
Still high. Getting a lot of wacky turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grand Canyon National Park. The time is 11:07 local time. Happy to have you here. Glad you could join us for this trip. Hope you got to see some of that beautiful Grand Canyon scenery out there on our way in. We're just going to take a few short moments to get you to your gate. As we do, we ask that you please stay seated until we have reached our destination and we've turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. We're going to have just a minute or two more as we make our way to the place where they let us park these things. Not exactly a busy day out here, but for those of you looking for the helicopter tours, they're come up on your right here. There's plenty of Grand Canyon sightseeing for everybody. It's pretty big. I'm going to try to get you snugged up real close to the terminal here. Shuttle services, car rentals, maps of the area, tourist services, and your connecting flights for those of you that are headed elsewhere in the beautiful Southwest will all be available when you walk through those doors at the terminal. Which we will be arriving at just about now. It's a slow day, so they let us use the big boy aircraft arrivals gate. We always love it. Not something we get to do every day. Alright. Opening the doors for ya. Making sure everybody here has had themselves a very pleasant flight. We're going to make sure that you get to your destination safely. As for us, we got a plane to stow, so we'll say goodbye from here and hope you enjoy your day and your stay here in the Grand Canyon National Park area, or wherever your travels may take you. Thanks for flying on, oh heck, November 5627 Echo 100.
Generators off. Hydraulics fail. Battery failed.
Alright, everybody's good. Let's close it up. Austin's vegan food. I love it. Recording off. All done for the day.